The fitness industry was never built for the person who falls off. It was built for the person who doesn't. I'm Jimmy, and I spent years falling off fitness and starting over, till I stopped trying to fix my discipline and started to build a system that could actually survive my actual life. That's what this channel is for. See, here's what nobody in the fitness industry will say out loud. Every program, every app, every 12-week transformation. So they're all built on the same assumption, that if you just follow the plan, then you won't fall off. Well, adherence, that's the goal, and failure, that's the exception. But that assumption is wrong. Falling off is not the exception, it's the rule. You see, every single person who's pursuing change will at some point lose momentum, miss a session, drift, and disappear from the plan that they committed to. Not just some people, every person does this. And yet we have an entire industry that's designed as if that doesn't exist. So there's the plan, and then there's nothing. No system for what happens when it falls apart. Just the implied message that falling apart means you failed. So what do? You restart. New program, new app, new version of the same assumption. And it works until life gets in the way again. And then you're back at zero. That cycle, it's not a character flaw. It's a design flaw. You see, you were given a system that was never built for your actual life. Well, how do I know this? Well, I lived this cycle for years. See, I played futsal at a decent level when I was young. And a car accident ended all that for me. And after that, I felt like I was just in a constant cycle of starting over again and again. See, I'd start to build some momentum, and then something would happen, and I'd end up falling off. From there, I'd wait to feel ready again. Well, that never happened. And all I could do was restart once again. After my 6th shoulder dislocation, the heaviest I'd ever been, I tucked my tail, swallowed my pride, and I walked into a gym lifting 2 kilo dumbbells. That's right, 2 kilogram dumbbells. All I can remember standing there thinking is, this is embarrassing. I really should be further along than this. That thought, the shame about where I was, that is the very thing that kept me in this cycle longer than anything else. Through running businesses, raising kids, managing shift work. Fitness was the thing that kept getting kicked to the side until I decided to prioritize it. The thing is, I was waiting for life to calm down. But life, it never calms down. And at that point, I realized that I wasn't failing because I didn't have discipline. I was failing because I didn't have structure that fit my actual life. Nobody has structure for an imperfect life. The industry just doesn't build one. So that's where Calloused came in. I started building it myself. So here's what I found when I started to analyze people who see a transformation and people who end up restarting all the time. It's not willpower or the program. It's not genetics, motivation, or ability to wake up early. It all came down to one thing: how fast they returned after they fell off. You see, the person who can fall off and return within 2 days will see so much more progress than the person who falls off and doesn't return for 3 months, regardless of how perfect the program is when they're executing. Because behavior change, it's not a performance, it's an identity shift. And identity shifts, well, they happen through the accumulation of proof over time. They do not survive disappearance. See, when someone disappears, not for a day or a week, but for months, the emerging story that they were building proof towards collapses, and you fall back to that old story that you've always told yourself. That's the real enemy, not the fall off, but the disappearance after. You see, most fitness businesses exist for the perfect execution. Calloused was built for the moment after it all falls apart. Honestly, that's the only difference, but it changes everything. If any of this resonates with you, if you've started over more than once, and you're sick of systems that only work when life cooperates, then hit subscribe. You are exactly who this channel is built for. So here's what I want you to take from this video. Not a program, not a plan. One question. The last time that you fell off, how long were you gone before you came back? Was it a week, a month, maybe 6 months? Longer? Because that gap, well, that's the number we're gonna work on. Not your program, not your nutrition, that gap. Because here's the truth, if you can shorten that gap every single time you fall off, then you will accumulate more proof than any perfect program that you've ever tried and abandoned. That's what this system is built around, and it's exactly what this channel is going to teach you. This channel, well, it's not about motivation. It's not about transformation porn or before and afters or the perfect morning routine. It's about what happens when life falls apart, the return. The system that survives when life just doesn't cooperate. Every video on this channel maps back to a specific part of that system. The worldview, the tools, the metrics, the failure modes, the real stories. If you're a man who keeps starting over, this was built for you. No matter where you're starting from, no matter how long you've been gone, at any point you can make the decision to draw the line, protect your floor, stay in the game, become calloused.